Hey, this is Paul Jang, and today we're going to be talking about land investing 101. What is the first step to building your land business? So the first thing you kind of have to learn is researching a county. Now, every state has multiple counties running some kind of jurisdiction in a certain area, and you want to know where you're going to be buying your land. Now, you could start off in a state that you're familiar with, maybe the state that you're in. Consider, how expensive the area is, but I would recommend checking out rural vacant land when you're doing this land business because it's much easier to find deals than in the inner cities. Whenever you're doing, inner city stuff, you'll find that your ideal buyer at the end, after you buy something, is a developer. And whenever a developer's buying it, they're gonna want to know zoning, they're gonna have very specific things that they need for their criteria to build a house on. Whenever you're talking about rural vacant land, someone could put a house on it, someone could put a mobile home on it, or an RV on it, they could drive their ATV on it, they could go hunting on it, they could, farm on it. There's a lot more variety with rural vacant land and your potential end buyer than you can with, inner city. And there's just a lot more deals available when you go a little bit more rural. So with that said, whenever you're researching your county, I would suggest going to some land listing sites. If you type in land in and then whatever state, you'll find that some of the popular land listing sites come up. Those are Land Watch, Lands of America, Lands and Farm. You might see Zillow show up, as well as maybe some of the smaller land sites. Now, when you go in there, look at the filters and see what price point you feel comfortable investing in. And then wherever you're at, divide it by 3. 3 is a good number, 3 or 4 to figure out what price you'll purchase it at. So for example, if you are looking at some of the bigger lots, let's say $30,000 or $40,000, let's say 40. At $40,000, you should be buying it somewhere in the range of 10,000 to like 15, 20,000, right? Depending on how competitive that county is, you might have to veer towards closer to the 50%. And then, if it's a little bit less competitive, you just veer closer to that 10,000, right? And it depends on how many investors are actively kind of, sending out mailers or, reaching out to that county. But that's kind of your range. And then when you have that, you could, double your money at the very least, or triple or 4 times that. I would use a data service. There's different ones out there, but check out Agent Pro 247. It's real simple. You export the information and send out, mailers out. The second thing you want to do is find out how to get these deals. So generally, I send out mailers through offers to owners, but I used to send it out to Click to Mail, and Rocket Mail was also popular. Another place is that you could find deals is going to tax auctions. So you might want to consider this if you are specifically in a tax deed state. You'll want to check out, just Google like, is my state or is this state a tax deed state? And you find out the county rules, go to the county. They might actually have some blacklisted property that you could just purchase right then and there. But you could check with that county for those rules. And in a tax deed state, you basically get the property whenever you win the auction. And you can find some super deals, even better deals than mailers at that time, because you're paying just for property taxes at that point. With that said, also another option you might want to go to is finding some wholesale property from other land investors. That's a good way that you might be able to get started if you aren't sure about the mailers or the tax auctions, and you just want to put your feet, in the door and just get going. So number 3, the third step you should get going with is, and you have to, be concerned with is marketing your land. You could buy really good deals, but if you're not selling them, you're not going to be making money. So the places that I recommend that you go to sell your land is land listing sites like, Lanes of America, Landwatch. Those two, along with Land and Farm, Landwatch, Lanes of America, Land and Farm, are owned by land.com. And the subscription to, put out your property there is a little bit expensive. So I'm on the premium plan for 30 listings at the time of this video, and we're paying close to almost like 500 bucks. And that goes way higher for signature and not much lower for their basic plan. So premium is kind of the bare minimum I would go. I think at 10 listings, it's at like 300 something per month. But that's kind of the cream of the crop. A lot of land investors actually start with Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. The thing with these sites is it's basically a classified listing, and you're gonna have to re-upload and post properties over and over again, because it's basically a live feed where someone that searches on Craigslist and Facebook, they might have some land that they want to get for basically you're finding people that want like a good deal, right? Whenever you're going to these sites, and you might be willing to do that because you want to sell your inventory quicker. So that's just the situation whenever you go to Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. But you could find buyers in this section and do really well with it. And basically, you're just going to be repeating this process over and over again. You're going to research your areas, send out mail, or go to a tax auction. Basically, find your deals, and you're going to market your land and do this. You can hire virtual assistants to kind of help you out with the process here. But it's basically the first steps to building out your business and how it kind of works. So that's it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and any future videos you might want to see. Subscribe and like this video if you liked it. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm. This channel is really about building wealth, building multiple streams of income, and I had that bet with that land investing, but all things like with real estate, stocks, or anything like that, this channel will be covering. Take care. Have a good one.